What's up, everyone? Yet another exciting video from your boys over at Ohio Fish Rescue. As you can see, tanks are getting clean. These blankets are working wonders. My dad went ahead and replaced some lighting on here. We've been cleaning the tanks so they all look much better. I've still got some work to do on this bass tank, but I got most of the algae off, but the stuff only comes off in layers, so I still have some algae to get off in that one. But today's video, we're going to be working on getting this beast inside and onto its stand. Stay tuned. Alright, so first plan of action, I have to take this 8-foot sliding door apart because we've got 4 foot in between this pallet rack and this edge of the door here. So I got to take both of these heavy doors off, so I'm going to work on that. Once we get that done, we can start moving this beast in. Okay, making progress here. Here's everything out of the way, so we just have enough room to get this tank in. As you can see, the door's completely off. Now we can go ahead and roll this in. I'll use the jack, get it over the threshold, put the rollers on this side, keep rolling it over until we get it lined up here. Then I'm gonna just jack each side up and push it right onto the stand. Me and Mike are gonna move this tank with ease. You just gotta take it a little bit slow and use your brain, because you know, stuff like this, I mean, I'm sure you can get enough guys here and manhandle it, but that's when things go wrong. You know, we manhandled that 500-gallon cube. Someone thinking they were a big man, they dropped their corner and broke my tank. So I would prefer to do this stuff myself, take a little bit more time and secure the safety of the tank. All right, I used the jack, I jacked it up, I got the roller over the threshold. Now I gotta lift this jack over the tank, give it to Mike. We've got to do the same thing from that side. I can jack the tank up, push the tank the rest of the way in, and then once there's enough room past the threshold, I can lower it back down onto its roller. And then once we get over here, I got to jack it up on each side and keep, you know, blocking it until we're able to. You know, it's probably about 10 inches off the ground now. We have to come up 37 inches. So we will start getting to work on that one. All right, so we hit a little hiccup here. As you can see, the roller was down at the end of the tank. I jacked it up with the roller and we slid it in as far as possible. The jack hit the threshold, so now we've got to be able to get this last bit of the roller past the threshold. So I went and got 6 2x4 blocks. I'm going to go ahead and lower the tank down to these blocks, put the roller through, jack the tank back up, and then lower it down onto the roller. And she will be inside. How exciting. Alrighty, so you guys can see we've already started jacking it up. We've got 2 floor jacks going up. Basically a roller. We jacked up one side. I put a cinder block, and I've got these 2x6s or 2x8s as distribution. That happening on both sides. We're using 2 floor jacks. So this side I'll go up by, you know, 2 or 3 2x6s, and I'll go jack that side up. And slowly but surely, this is coming up off the ground. We've got another foot or so to go before we can push it up onto the stand. Okay, so this is where we are at. The other side is up far enough. You know, as you see, as we go up, I just add in another block on there. It is getting to that point to where it's a little bit sketchy, but we've been going up 1 board at a time on each side, so it's been safe. Once I go up on this side, stick in a nut and another board, we are good to go. I will call my dad out here, and me, Mike, and my dad are just going to push this tank onto the stand. Once we get the backside on, we don't care. We just put our bodies into it and slide her on to the stand. So that's how we're going to have to do it. And next time you see it, it'll be on its stand.
We're going to breed them.
All right, it's going slow, but we got the tank more than halfway on. As you can see, we're past the point of it coming back off, so I was able to stop and take a video. Now we're going to get it the rest of the way on the stand. All right, so this whole ordeal took about 3 hours, but we got it done. If you guys can see, I'm a little bit out of breath right now. Well, let's go walk back here. We can start cleaning up this area. Got all the boards put away. We have the door put back on so everyone can stay warm. You can see the tank's not there on the back deck, but she is on her stand. I got a light on it. Now you can see how filthy she is. So my next step is basically getting inside of there, squirting some water in there, wiping her down, sucking all the nasty dirt out, getting this heater out of there, and she should be good to go. But you can see just how big and awesome this tank is. Once I even get her cleaned up more than this, she's gonna look spectacular. But she is on the stand, in place, you know, fits with, you know, inches to spare. So I am happy, no complaints. I am glad she's inside. No more worries about shrinkage. Yes, I did say shrinkage. But now we don't have to worry about the tank being outside. My dad doesn't have this tank in front of his garage, so he's happy. And slowly but surely I can work on getting this plumbed in to the monster pond and getting some fish in here. But step one, step two is done. Now we have to work towards the next end goal and getting this puppy cleaned out and plumbed in. All right, so lots of work still to be done, but we will slowly get to that as time goes on. But like I said, the worry of having that tank outside is behind us. We got the Dwight Howard tank moved. As I said, we've got the 1,000-gallon in. So everything I've said we would do, we've been getting it done. The lights are up there. We cleaned those tanks. It's now looking a lot better. So now we come in here. I have something really cool to show you guys, and that is over here in this tank. I only noticed it today because I was pulling some nasty food out of the bottom that Mr. Tesla did not eat. But if you look on the bottom of this tank, right there, what is that? What is that? That would be a little baby ghost shrimp. And you look all over the bottom of this tank, all over that sponge filter, there's nothing but ghost shrimp. I don't know how they got in here because I don't feed ghost shrimp to anyone. I don't have ghost shrimp in any of our tanks on this system. I literally have zero idea how these ghost shrimp got into Mr. Tesla's tank. And to do one past that, how are these ghost shrimp surviving every time Tesla lights up the water? If there's a fish in this water, you know, the fish will end up dying when Tesla zaps them with electricity. That is something I cannot explain. It just, you know, amazes me, but that is absolutely awesome to see all these little baby ghost shrimp. I seen about 20 earlier when I was getting all the food off the bottom, but they're hiding all over this plant. They're all over these green leaves. There you go. See one climbing right there? They're like little tiny specks, but if we can get smaller shrimp to thrive in all of these tanks, they will eat a lot of this nasty detritus in the bottom of the tank and actually help our filtration out. So I might, you know, we have a colony of blue and red shrimp up front. Once that they explode, I might even try some in the discus tank, put a bunch on the filter up there. That would be neat. Can't over here because I do believe the angelfish will eat them off, but thought that there was something neat you guys could see while we're progressing along with this video. All right, while he's out, here goes our royal pleco over here in this 350. He's out munching on some driftwood, threw in a bunch of algae wafers for him. There's that flower horn that's hanging around in there. There's the scarlet cactus pleco. And this Wells cat is getting so thick and fat in here, he's not going to be shooting out. You guys remember I had to keep the wells separated because they will attack each other. But he is growing in here. This Armatus was the smaller one, and he's going to be getting a lot larger than the bigger one in there. But good news, I did see the Armatus in the 1,000-gallon eat for the first time. It was a small amount, but he did eat, so I do believe that'll only get better with time. These Fogo peacock bass over here are definitely growing. You can see they're getting more blues on the tops and red on the bottom and the face. This Geo over here looks amazing as always. But everyone seems to be doing great in this tank. I'm probably going to take the regular tinfoil barb out and rehome him. Oh, you can see that there goes them freshwater sponges growing on the back of the tank. These are, you know, signs that you have a healthy aquarium, healthy system. Well, that is to be explained because we have a whole natural ecosystem pond here. So to see freshwater sponges up here is not too far off since I feed it from the monster pond. But there's sponges growing all over, and there's sponges growing all over a lot of the tanks on the inside too. So I leave them on the back wall and the side walls. I just normally clean the front glass here, and I clean the side panel because when you're walking up to this tank and you see the side panel, it looks a little more presentable than having this all covered in nasty brown algae. So now we're gonna give, a good test with them blankets up there on the skylights. If it works well, then I'm gonna do the same thing with the backside of these skylights for these tanks back here, because we are constantly cleaning them with algae as well. But hope you guys enjoyed the update for today's video. It was a lot of work getting that tank in, but there is a facade up front for it we have to carry back, and then we got to tie in all of these tanks together and make them look absolutely amazing. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We will catch you in the next one. As always, stay fishy, my friends. All right, and for those who decide to stick around for the video and didn't just click off, here we've got Grandpa and little Miss Alora. She's taking a nap right now, but yeah, she is adorable.